Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all of you guys. So it is almost the weekend here in San Diego, and man, I can't wait to get out and fish the next couple of days. Bright and early tomorrow morning and Sunday, I'll be up and at them out there. I wanted to do a real quick video today, just kind of talk about what the rods and reels are that I carry with me out of my kayak this time of year during the winter when I'm out fishing. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. All right, everybody, here we go. Let's start with my spinning rod setup. I typically carry 5 casting rods and 1 spinning rod with me. I have a Yak Attack Black Pack Pro on the back of my kayak with 6 rod holders in it. So typically 6 is what I take. I would say a good portion of the time I don't use more than a couple of rods, so it's a little bit overkill, but there are some times when I'm glad that I've got the assortment to choose from. So anyway, we'll start with my spinning rod. This is the Megabass Orochi X10 Yamakagashi. It's a 6'8", light, medium, light power. It's a 32nd to a 1/4 ounce, 3 to 10 pound line. Reel is a Daiwa Kage. This is the MQLT 2500. This reel is no longer made by Daiwa, I believe. Line is 8-pound X braid X8 sinking braid to an 8-pound Seaguar Tatsu fluorocarbon leader. You can see that I have a Yamamoto Thin Senko tied on this rod right now. I will throw weightless plastics like this. Drop shot, really light Ned rig, things of that nature are perfect on this. I throw most of my finesse worm stuff on a BFS bait casting setup now, but when I need a spinning rod, this is typically the one I'll grab. I have a couple other spinning setups that we'll go over at some other point when they're more in season for me. So anyway, here's my spinning setup. Okay, up next, this is my jig and worm setup. This is a Megabass Orochi X10 bearing down rod. This is like a medium heavy. It's a 6'9". We'll throw 3/8 to 1.5 ounces, 10 to 25 pound line. Shimano Metanium MGL on here, the 100 size. And 15-pound Seaguar Tatsu fluorocarbon on here. This is the rod I use to throw jigs, Texas rig worms. I throw the free rig on it sometimes. You can even throw a weightless Senko on this if you wanted to. It will handle lighter weight than the rating suggests. So anyway, this is just a good all-around rod. This is also a pretty good spinnerbait rod. And it's a good rod for smaller frogs like the Jackal, Kyra, etc., the smaller spro frogs. So setup number 2, it's the jig and worm setup. Okay, setup number 3. You guys saw me talk about this on my Neko rig setup video. This is my Bait Finesse soft plastics rod and reel combo. So this is the Megabass Destroyer P5 Bait Finesse. It is a 6'10" light, medium, light power rod, 1/4 through 5/8 of an ounce, 6 through 14 pound line. Shimano Aldebaran MGL 50, 8-pound X braid X8 sinking braid to an 8-pound Seaguar Tatsu leader. This is what I used for the Neko rig. Obviously, you've seen me talk about that before. It's also great for other light no sinker rig stuff like a Thin Senko, etc. Great for little Texas rig, little free rig, tiny little finesse jigs, all kinds of fun stuff like that. So finesse soft bait setup right here. And this is actually the one that's been in my hand the most over the last few months. So next up, we have my heavy reaction setup. This is a Megabass Destroyer P5 Mad Bull. It's a 7-foot medium heavy, 3/8 to 1 ounce, 10 to 25 pound line. I have a Daiwa Zillion SVTW on here with 14-pound fluorocarbon on it. You can see I have a Megabass Sonic side, a flat-sided crankbait tied on here. This is, like I said, the heavy reaction rod. So crankbaits over a ½ ounce, top water, spinnerbaits and chatterbaits over a ½ ounce are great on this rod. It's a good all-around reaction rod. Yeah, heavy reaction bait rod, the Mad Bull with the Zillion. Okay, this is kind of my junk fishing setup. This is a rod and reel that I can literally do anything with. If I had to pick one rod and reel to take with me on every trip, and only one, it's probably going to be this one because it's the most versatile rod that I own and can do the most with it. This is the Megabass Destroyer P5 Dark Sleeper. It was designed to be a swim jig rod, but just as is the case with so much of Megabass's stuff, this rod actually ends up being really good for a lot of other things. I've got a 3/8 ounce jackhammer tied on here right now. It's also my favorite rod for spinnerbaits under a ½ ounce. It's great for crankbaits, square bills, and mid-running crankbaits. You can throw top water on it again. You can throw a football jig on it. You could throw a Texas rig on it. You could throw something like a Megabass Sleeper Crawl on it. You can throw a weightless Senko on it or a backglide like a Fat Ica. Like there's just an endless amount of stuff that you can do with this rod. So this rod goes with me on every single trip. It's definitely one of my MVPs. So this is the junk fishing combo. It's a Metanium DC reel on here with 12-pound Seaguar Tatsu fluorocarbon line. Okay, finally, what do I throw the big bait on? This is my swim bait combination. I throw glides in the 5 to 7 inch range, in the 1 to 3.5 ounce range with this. I can also throw a 4 ounce bait on it in a pinch, like the Clash 9. You see, obviously, I've got a tiny Clash on here now. This rod is the Megabass Destroyer P5 Mark 56. It is a 7.5 foot, extra heavy, 3/4 through 3.5 ounces, 15 to 30 pound line. I have a Shimano Bantam reel on here. It's the HG with the 7:1 gear ratio, 16-pound Sunline shooter fluorocarbon on there. This is just the rod I love for throwing my big baits on. I throw glides on it. I'll even throw something like a Huddleston 68 on here. Some soft baits as well. So this is the swim bait setup. I love this setup. It fishes like a much shorter rod. It's super, super light. So if you're twitching a glide all day, you're not going to wear your shoulder out. Anyways, my swim bait setup. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you next time.